And we're with the Galaxy Tab 7. This is the original one, year old, and the Galaxy Note. Here I'm just going to do some browsing tests. So I brought up Google News for some random pages, and so on the right we have 1 GHz single core CPU, on the left 1.4 GHz dual core, but both are running 2.3.5. So let's see what sort of differences we get between the two. We're both are connected to the same hotspot, and both have slightly different user agents, but will in general bring up the mobile pages. So let's go back again. That was pretty close on that one. I have to delete the page on this one rather than going back. Okay, same here. So, what have we got? Oh, need some more technology news. Right. Let's find the same article. Come on, Barnes & Noble. So the Note is obviously a bit faster here, and a lot smoother to scroll as well. Double tap to, oh no, we can't zoom on this mobile page. This is still loading on the right hand side. Flash is set to on demand, so it's effectively off. Let's try another site. Trying to find the right, there we go. Why the Kindle Fire Nook? Oops, started slightly earlier on the left, but came in pretty close. Actually, I think we already had that article. Let's take something from the front page. There we go. Slightly different. There's the user agent differences showing up there, but coming in okay. Another site here. This is BBC, and the Note clearly beating the Tab there, and both are showing the same web page. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Running out of matching links. Let's just set up another page. Okay, let's try that again then. So these are non-cached pages. This time the Tab beating the Note there. So I think the point to note here is that despite the more than double processing power, Android 2.3.5 doesn't really pull the best out of the platform. The first version of Android to get optimized for dual core was Honeycomb, so it would be interesting to see. And the Note will get Ice Cream Sandwich next year, so maybe 2, 3, 4 months time, and at that point it will probably blow away the Note. But today there's not a significant amount of difference in browsing speeds, which is kind of important to note. If you've already got a Galaxy Tab and you're thinking about Note, for the first sort of 3-4 months it may not be too much in terms of difference in speed, although there you go, there's a big difference there. Something's hanging on the right hand side. Maybe that 1 or 2 seconds is important for people. There's also the smoothness issues there, and the fact that actually with zero zoom there, the text is slightly bigger. Of course, the pixels per inch is the same on this as it is on this, so you can actually read without zooming on the Note. Well, depends what your eyes are like, but for some people that would be an issue. Okay, so there's the Galaxy Tab against the Note. That's just the original Galaxy Tab, not the 7 Plus or the 7.7. Thanks for watching. So with the Note again, we're actually having a look at the pen capability now. I want to get a real close up. Can we see that button on there? You see, it's really difficult to see it in this light, but you can just see there's a button. So Nils here is going to demo the capability with the device.
Okay, you push the button and you hold it on the screen, and we'll make a screenshot. And once you're here, you can paint on it, so I can say, hey, second.
Yeah, so good for quick annotations.
And then there are features like sending it or whatever you have here.
Okay. Much like the flyer. Good for putting painting moustaches on pictures of friends.
Of course. And of course you can save it.
Right. What about the pen-enabled apps?
Yeah. There are some. There is...
I did a video when I went to IFA in Berlin. I was one of the first people to get out of the press conference and start playing with the Note, and I did a video. I had no idea how it was all working. The video has so many bad remarks, you don't believe it. It's like, don't bother testing these devices, Chippy, you're useless.
So, there's this S memo. My girlfriend drew this, so you can add something here. Or you have different
pen types.
Pen types.
And you're just using the pen as a normal, like almost capacitive pen now, right? It's like your finger.
Yeah, it's like my finger. You can even use your finger. It's like you can draw on it, and if you want to zoom and pinch around now, you have to use 2 fingers because otherwise you would paint.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you can delete it, of course.
And what does the button on the pen do in this mode? Does it do anything special?
No.
It's just going to take a screenshot of the.
It will save in this time.
Okay. Right.
But there are gestures. So if you push the button and swipe to the left, it will do the back trick. So if you're here, you can always go back because the touch buttons won't work with the stylus. This is quite annoying for the first time. So yeah, there are just some other gestures.
So multi-touch test, 10 fingers on. You want an 11th finger? It doesn't register. 10 finger touch. This is the pen, and try and put your fingers on. Yeah, so the pen takes priority, which is good for. It's basically palm rejection. It's good for handwriting.
And now with the button pushed, it's nothing.
So handwriting recognition works as well, and interesting, it's got good palm rejection. So if you start handwriting, nothing there, and then if I start with my finger, it takes priority always. I can do that, and then it just takes over. That's really good. There's a couple of little gestures you can do on this as well. It shows the screenshot and this mute feature as well.
Okay, so screenshot is just swiping your hand over the screen. Okay, if it works.
There you go, screenshot. Nicer than the Galaxy Tab, which you have to do the 2-button press on.
And if you play now music, then you can just put your hands on and it will mute and will resume.
Is that not just using the light sensor?
No, it's really...
it's really touch. You have to
it's really touch. You can fake it a bit. If you see it, you can now swipe your hands down, so...
Right.
Once you go up...
So a little side-by-side test on Cut the Rope here, just to show that both are smooth. Both seem to work pretty well. Beecher. Screen colours is interesting to note that the colours on the Note I think are more exciting than the colours on the Tab in this case. And but important thing is both of these devices have enough oomph to do that in a very smooth way. Okay, so let's cut the rope on the Tab and the Note.